Oh, is it time for Q&A? Is that what Jared just said?
It's time for Q&A.
Q&A. It is time for Q&A. Do I need a jingle for everything, or is it just...
I don't think we should do jingles at all.
If you're going to do jingle, you got to figure something out.
I agree.
I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of time to think about the jingles. I was like, right before the show, we decided jingles.
Nobody decided jingles.
She wants the jingles.
What?
Sorry.
Q&A?
Q&A.
Anybody?
Q&A. Q&A.
Stop jingling.
I'm a little nervous about what questions people have.
What is Jared doing? He's playing TikToks over here.
And so I'm trying to get off of your TikTok. Hold up your TikTok. Okay, there. So Amy posted a few different posts on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook to get some questions.
I did.
And we're letting Jared pick the questions after we just talked about Jared's.
Yeah, good luck. I'm going to make up some. So first question, Steve and Jamie, why are you guys so rude to me? That's what it says right here.
That's crazy. First question, why are we so rude to Jared?
The first question says, you guys should be nicer to Jared.
We can train someone else to do your job.
All right, go train a monkey.
Whoa. I thought we were just talking about yours as a joke. It's getting serious here now.
Next question.
You think Dad can do this?
I do not.
Let's be completely transparent here. Thank you. All right. Let's see. First question.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't really a question?
That was a question. You guys need to answer that question.
Or scared. He's just like scrolling through here. Does that mean there's that many bad questions, or
There's a lot of questions. A lot of them are just like, okay, we'll get this one out of the way first. There's so many questions about if Steven and Taylor have boyfriend or girlfriend. That's a question that comes up.
Is that our role to answer that question?
I mean,
Or is that their role?
maybe it's as far as we know as parents, because
Okay, you can do that. Because we can't speak for them. I mean, what if they lie to us?
very true. I do not think that they are lying to us. We pretty much know. So I would say neither one of them right now have boyfriends or girlfriends.
Correct.
They do have crushes.
Yep, have people they like, that kind of stuff. But I would say no boyfriend, no girlfriend.
No steady dating.
And I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't know for sure about Taylor, I guess, because she doesn't tell us, but I don't think she has.
I don't think she does either.
All right, so we have a couple questions from Adela and 91 on Instagram.
Couple questions.
Yeah, so she has two really good questions, or I guess it's kind of three. She says, "Do you have any secret talents / party tricks?"
I can say the alphabet backwards.
No, you can't. Still,
EYX, WVU, TSR, QPO, and ML, KJIH, GFE, DCBA.
you skipped the letter L.
Did not said it.
Did she really just nail that? You can still do it that fast?
Yes, I can. Learned it in 3rd grade.
How many times have you been pulled over?
Pulled over?
Don't they ask you that sometimes?
If you're getting it,
Steve, you would know this. You would know this answer, right?
How many
he's
times?
got TikTok going again. I don't trust Jared over there. I think he's just watching TikToks.
Every time I click my thing, it changes to the next post. I'm trying to change camera reels.
So yes, they might ask you to do alphabet stuff if you were pulled over for like some kind of drinking and driving episode, and Jamie would just nail that. They'd be like, you can go.
So you got that.
I don't recommend you do it though. So
I thought the question was actually how many times you've been pulled over, and I was like, 1. And I didn't get the ticket.
No, that wasn't. That was.
I've never been pulled over, I don't think.
The lie. Next question.
What? Well, do I not get any talents?
Oh, yeah. What's your talent?
It's just a Jamie.
Are
Q&A right now.
are like inabilities talents?
Inabilities?
Yes. Because I think I have like reverse talents, kind of. Is that a thing?
Go ahead and share.
Reverse talents is not a thing. I just Googled it.
What is your reverse talent?
I don't see things in my head like you crazy people do.
Yeah. He has aphantasia. That was it's called. Yeah. Aphantasia.
Wait, there's an actual word for
Look it up.
crazy?
Aphantasia. You don't see pictures in your head, like mental pictures.
So like when you're saying, you're talking about your one time getting pulled over, you envision that in your head.
Yeah.
And that's why I know I have 0 times I've been pulled over. I don't see anything in my head.
Right. What about all the ticket evidence?
Evidence is such a strong word for that.
So, like, what color is upstairs painted?
the same color as this room.
He knows.
Do you
So I know what something looks like.
imagine that?
What do you mean? So you say imagine it differently than I say.
He doesn't see upstairs in his head.
No.
Like he doesn't see like rooms and stuff.
Like to remember something, like you don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was green. I can see it in my head.
He can't see.
I can't see it in my head. I can remember what color something is, but I don't have to see it to know that. Like I just know what color it was.
So your mind's just like binary, it's just 0 and 1s.
Maybe. Or more accurate, like where you guys are making up little things in your head. I'm actually like focused on what's really happening.
99% of people are.
Dumb.
Sure. We'll just keep with that.
So,
The 1% that have aphantasia are just
besides that,
elite gifted.
so my biggest talent is that I don't have the ability to do something.
Great. It's a great take on that question.
I don't have any other talents.
All right, next question.
Maybe some parlor tricks though. They asked about that.
Yeah, party tricks. That was the second part of the question.
Yeah, what's a
Yes,
party trick that
party
you
tricks.
did, Amy?
I thought you said parlor trick.
I did. Isn't it called a parlor trick?
You said
Called
party trick.
tricks.
Parlor trick. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe parlor is for people when they were
Maybe we need to ask ChatGPT.
in the
about this.
1940s called them parlor
This
tricks.
goes
Now
back
they're
to how
party
old
tricks.
you are, Steve. How old are you?
I'm saying I think it's an old person's phrasing, and now it's a party
You
trick.
just say that because my hair, I haven't had a haircut in a while and you can see the gray. Otherwise,
Or
you
it's
think I
just
was
your age.
Even when you have a haircut, you'll still have the same amount of gray, Steve.
can't see it as well though. Makes me feel better about my life.
Maybe you can't see it as well because it's not sticking out of your head as far, but the person that's staring at you can see it just as well.
When you stare at me,
All right.
speechless. So parlor tricks.
Sure.
Party tricks.
What are those?
I don't know. Describe a party trick. I've never heard
Some
that.
people can like
A party trick?
No,
Like,
parlor-
buy, what is it?
like make balloon animals. Is that what we're talking about here?
That's a clown trick.
That is a clown trick.
Like a party trick. Like,
Like if you were with a group of people at a party, you'd be like, "Hey, look what I can do."
Okay, well, I can't describe any of those.
Okay, the next question.
you don't have any, Jamie? You
I
have any party
don't.
tricks?
I can say the alphabet backwards.
That is impressive. I didn't think you'd actually still be able to do it because you haven't done it probably in
I
20
don't think
years.
It's just part of me.
she just like mumbles though. She doesn't really like say the letters.
B Y X W V U
I
T
mean,
S
Amy could do it
R
fast, though,
Q P O N M L K J I H G F E D C B A.
It's not a talent if everyone can do it. Jared, you go.
BYXWBUT.
You are looking at the keyboard.
That keyboard would make it way harder.
Yeah, the keyboard is not in line. Okay. ZYXWVUT.
That
That's already way better than I would have ever done right there. Even Jared
Yes.
smoked me in that.
Yeah.
Are you visualizing the letters in your head right now?
Trying.
see, that's why
You do that when
you
you're
are
not fast?
gifted.
Do they go,
No, I
through your
just
head.
have it memorized. So
what's going on TikTok right now that I see on the screen just like flashing through like the things? That's what
you keep referencing TikToks.
I know, but
Nobody
it's right there for my
else
face.
either. Okay, you're the only one that's seeing it.
The next question by Adele and 91. If you weren't doing YouTube, what would your job be? Both of you. Jamie first.
No.
You wasn't doing YouTube.
What would my job be?
And then Steve, you can say what you think her job should be.
I do not know how to answer that.
Do you need Steve to answer for you?
I will. So I got a degree in interior design. That would have been cool to be designing something, interiors, designing interiors. Maybe writing, but that's probably not going to be a job. I wanted to go into maybe like radiology, looked into that, being an ultrasound tech, but I probably would just be a stay-at-home mom.
That's a good chance of just being a stay-at-home mom. But I think,
Yes.
I mean, you talked about all those other things. You did write a book
I did.
that actually happened. I don't know if people are saying it's a job or not, but like you did it.
I mean, anything you make money at, I would say is some sort
Yeah,
of
but
job.
She would be an entrepreneur of some type.
Didn't really make money on that.
Yeah, but you were trying to. I think she'd be an entrepreneur or something.
Like a hobby.
You probably would. You could do some crafting, maybe. just because you're creative and you like to like express it that way.
Probably maybe have an Etsy shop, which I do have, but I would have maybe boy pudding.
Seriously, like I think you'd be
something
doing
like that.
stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
But
Right.
still stay at home mom.
Same question for you, Steve.
Oh, me? I would probably have done about 45 jobs by now, based on my track record of working. So I probably would have done a little bit of everything. You can almost name it, and I probably would have done it as a job.
Of all trades.
Master of none is what they call that.
Or glass half full,
Half
glass
glass.
half empty,
Or truth,
whatever.
however you want to refer to it.
Okay, next question. Facebook.
Oh no, I'm scared of Facebook.
Heinsohn, Link Heinsohn says, what is it like to be on YouTube? Is it fun?
What's it like to be on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, so just
Different? Yeah.
being on YouTube is fun, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty. I think it's way different than I ever thought it would be like.
Surreal, I would say.
Like it's really weird having someone come up and take a picture with you. I've never, not weird, but like outside of what you ever would have imagined.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. And then,
And that comes with being on YouTube a lot.
yes,
So people are seeing you.
that's,
so the
I'm
fact
assuming
that
being on
being
YouTube is
on
like being a
YouTube-
YouTuber for a living, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of people that come up and say hi and that kind of stuff. That's really cool. But then we also like work together at home as a family, which is totally unique. It's even hard to like think about like the going back to work things. Like, oh man, someone being like, this is what's going on. Or I feel like
The 9 to 5 being told what to do would
Yeah.
probably be hard.
we do more than that,
Oh, yes.
but
We're working constantly
yes,
all day long, but it's different.
it is different. So it's cool.
Sure.
Meredith Moore asks, what are your goals for 2024?
Oh my goodness.
Our goals.
Every goal you've ever made for this year, Jamie, recite right now, backwards.
So I like to make goals. I think this year, though, I want to be making more like monthly goals because sometimes yearly goals are hard to attain. But I want to start writing another book. But that's my goal every year, and I have yet to do it. It's busy. I have lots of like goals with our YouTube channel, just kind of like little milestones to hit, personal ones. And I know doing the podcasts was not necessarily my idea, but something after when it was presented to me, I was like, oh, well, that would be cool getting that started and going. So
Yeah, I think that's cool.
doing this.
I don't like goals, but that's because I'm a failure at goals. That's one of my talents. But I succeeded. I made a Roblox game, and that turned out to be one of the goals I had set. So I didn't realize I even had set that as a goal. That's the problem that I have.
He makes the goals and he forgets that they are what his goals were. That's why maybe monthly goals that you talk about a lot, you don't forget them. Right?
What are we talking about?
I do want to read a book a day. Not a book a day. Sorry. You don't have time for that. A book a month.
Book a month?
Yeah. Trying to have that little alone time where I'm not working all the time. So just picking a book that I enjoy and reading one a month.
I think that's good. I wanted to go on a date a week. So that was also my Christmas gift for Jamie.
Yes.
With who?
Me.
I mean, Jared does sometimes, I guess.
Hey, you want to go have mac and cheese with us?
Mac and cheese?
It's our first.
That is our first date.
I mean, that sounds great. When is it?
Mac and cheese is delicious.
We got a third wheel with us now.
When?
You're making the mac and cheese.
Oh, you're making it?
Should we make
You're
mac
making
and cheese?
You're making
Not
the
the
mac and cheese. If you're invited to our date, you will be supplying the mac and cheese.
That doesn't
Homemade.
sound like a date. That sounds like a job.
Someone's got to do it.
You can eat it with us. You make it.
I'll pass on your first date. All right. Next one. It's from a top fan on Facebook.
Top fan on Facebook.
What does that mean? I'm just curious.
So a top fan. So we've got a few different top fans. So Link Heinsohn was a top fan. I think it's that they engage with your content.
Yeah.
So
Get it.
they watch it, they like it, they comment.
Thank you, top fans on Facebook.
There's a few different so one of the top fans, Jamie Hugh, you got Link Heinsohn,
You guys are awesome.
Meredith Moore, Robbie Couturier, Audrey Elizabeth.
Nice.
Those are some top fans. So
Yay for top fans. You guys are awesome.
So this top fan is Audrey Elizabeth,
Okay.
and says, "Why did you guys decide to start YouTube? Did you ever think that you would be where you are today?"
So to answer the second part, no, I do not think that we would be where we are today.
And there's no
Not at all. Like, initial goal was like, if we could just do this, and obviously a goal was for me to be able to do something from home that would be something that I was interested in, but then also just to make a little bit of money to help out. So goal was just to have a little bit of extra money just to help our family.
So like that. I mean, I remember never even thinking of getting 100,000 subscribers seemed like a completely ridiculous, out of reach goal or thought.
Yes.
So no way could we ever have thought we would, be over 6 million subscribers and doing that kind of stuff.
I think reaching 100,000 subscribers was like the best moment of all of our lives, like
It's
the
pretty-
biggest pinnacle.
It was actually cooler than hitting a million, I feel like.
Way cooler.
Which one, the 100,000?
Yeah.
Because it felt so impossible when we started.
One of my follow-up questions: how many plaques do you guys have now?
Oh, man. So we have 2 of the 1 million,
2 golds.
2 golds.
Which channels are those?
That is our Shot of the Jaegers, our main channel that we started 8 years ago, and Steven Jaeger's channel. And then we have several.
6 silvers, right?
I'm not sure.
And the silver is the 100,000.
That's 100,000.
100,000 subscribers. So 6. And that would be this channel.
This channel, the SOTY show.
The SOTY show.
We have SOTY Gaming.
We have SOTY Gaming. We have the Just for Girls channel.
Steven
does not have one yet for his
Silver.
Steven Gaming.
He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
silver.
Oh, for his
Steven's
silver. Yeah.
Gaming.
So the channels
Shot of
that
the
have
Jaegers
it,
has a
Shot of
silver.
the Jaegers, are SOTY family.
And our SOTY family channel.
Yeah.
And we need to hit more. We need Taylor to get there. We need Steven Gaming to get there. But we haven't been posting as well on that, so that's going to get better. And
Those are the 2 that we need for the silver, and the girls would really like their gold.
we need to get Just for Girls to gold. It'd be awesome.
We do.
Gold is the million, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How close are they?
They have almost 900,000.
We're so close.
Okay, so they're just
They're close.
one more
Yes.
silver.
Just for
But no
girls.
Renee McCullough, hello? How to say names.
Sounds good.
It's another top fan, though. Is Steven's car going to be fixed?
Is Steven's car going to be fixed?
I'll field this question. Hopefully. We are still waiting to hear back from the insurance company to see if it's totaled or not totaled. So we don't know if it's actually getting fixed or if he's going to have to just get a new car yet. We're still in that process. I was texted this morning saying that they were going to let me know in a few minutes, and I have not heard. So I don't know the answer to the question yet.
Darn
I feel really bad.
insurance companies.
We won't say any names right now, though, because you guys should start sponsoring us.
Who?
Insurance
companies?
I mean, nobody. That's not our insurance company.
Oh, that brings me up 15%.
I think we hope. I don't know what we're hoping.
We need to
for.
hear a word from our sponsor. Go, Steve.
Are we still on Facebook? Or are we moving to different ones?
There's a lot of good questions on Facebook.
Let's do them. Let's do them.
I'm staying on Facebook for a little bit longer. Robbie and Haley Wellman, you ever consider homeschooling again?
Ooh.
I consider it daily
Why is that?
because I have some kids that I think would thrive from homeschool, but also need the social of public school. So it's a inner conflict I have. I have some kids that should stay in public school always because they do very well in it. So if I were to consider homeschooling, it'd be on an individual basis, depending on the child. So Peyton is partially homeschooled and partially goes to public school. Every other day she swaps because she's in junior high. And so that's how it works out.
And we probably will have some more homeschooling we'll be doing in the future, I would say. I think it's probably likely that, because we already are doing some of our other kids may too.
I think it's something that we look at on a yearly basis, even in the middle of years. It's just depends on how we feel they're doing, and we're willing to homeschool them or put them back into public school, whatever works best. So
How do you get the social aspect with homeschool though?
you have a big family.
We do have a big family though, like cousins and that kind of stuff is a legitimate thing that you're.
Yep.
That's who you really hang out with when you're an adult, kind of. Anyways, I mean, we have friends and stuff too, but like you hang out with your family a
My
lot.
kids come home from school and they hang out with themselves, a lot of them, the younger ones. So I feel like they're getting that. Their cousins, church.
Yeah, we do church activities that they go to. We do, they'd go to sporting events and that kind of stuff. I mean, they do a lot of things if we were homeschooling. And then we also do things with other YouTubers. So when we were homeschooling, we did more of that too, where we'd go and be with other people as well. So, I mean, there are a lot of ways to get social interaction. I don't know if school is actually the best way.
Sometimes the social interaction is not good, and that's why we've thought about taking our kids out of school. So social interaction isn't always the best.
Here's another question. It's Patricia Nagurney or Nagurney. I love your videos, but have a problem watching some of them. I can never find them. I'm not tech savvy and don't have all the platforms that you do. What can I do to be able to watch them?
For a minute. It's like, I was waiting for have trouble watching him because your voice is so annoying.
Get that for people to our faces. Oh, my daughter watches you all the time. I cannot stand you guys. Like, thank you. But I feel that way about other YouTube channels.
You can't be everybody's cup of tea.
I feel that way when my kids watch YouTube. There's a lot of people I'm like, turn that off. They might even be friends of ours.
Yeah.
And I'm still sometimes like, I can't do this.
So to answer her question, she's coming from Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. So she likes watching the videos. She just can't find them.
Mm-hmm.
So Google clarifying.
Google works very well.
Google SOTY. Bless you.
If you were to type in SOTY in any platform that we're on, we should pop up.
Yeah. And if you want like full length videos, obviously you'll end up on YouTube. Yes. Or Facebook has a lot of them. And then if you're looking for shorter, also YouTube, but TikTok or Instagram. Bless you again.
I'm allergic to something in here.
Sorry.
Jared.
That another elephant Dumbo joke.
Whoa.
I didn't say it. You did.
So when I say this question, I kind of think about kind of you have lots of different channels. And so like kind of clarifying, what happens on each different channel. Like what's the difference between SOTY's show? No, it's my question.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to help Patricia here because I feel like you didn't really answer her question.
Whoa.
Where to find our content?
So, no. Your answer was good. You just need to search on YouTube. But what I'm asking you is, what are the difference between your different channels? Because I know there's so many different channels, and just your guys' normal channels, as in SOTY. You have 3 different channels: SOTY Show, you have SOTY Family, you have just regular SOTY. What's the difference between all those different channels?
There is actually a difference.
There is?
I think people think they're all one.
I don't think
because they're not actually looking to see the little channel logo and see that they're different. But our main one, Shot of the Jaegers, has 6 million subscribers. That's how you can tell the difference. That's the one we've had the longest, and it has lots of content, vlogs, lots of our older content on it. But recently we've been doing more vlogging.
Yeah, vlogging, and we'll do an occasional like game or something on there, but
yeah,
that's more of our like what's going on in our life kind of channel.
Yes.
And then we have SOTY Family. And SOTY Family is a lot more like we do like a set activity or like a challenge or type thing and make that a thing. But we still do.
It's very challenge and activity based is SOTY Family. And that's once a week.
Yep. So that's once a week on the Saturdays. That's the one that I think people don't always know they're even watching compared to our regular channel because they're not subscribed. So go subscribe to the SOTY Family and the Shot of the Jaegers.
Yeah, they're 2 separate channels.
Yes.
And then
we have the SOTY Show, which is now a podcast. So before we were kind of using it as just like a place to like repurpose some content. And so we were kind of trying to almost like a backup place for our videos to be just in case something crazy happened. And so we were kind of doing that. And then now we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. So it's way different. It'll be podcast content.
I feel like each different channel too is you got like if anyone wants to see gaming videos, you have your
Yes.
your gaming channel. If you want to see more just for girls stuff,
Yep.
the Just for Girls channel, you have the Steven
Mostly
channel.
with Peyton and Jordan. Yep.
Yep.
And then Steven and Taylor have their own channels. So all individualized.
Trying to hit all different markets and what people like, right?
Huh?
Another question from Katie Hoskins. Are y'all LDS? I am, and you seem to follow guidelines, so I'm curious. Also, just want to let you know that you guys get me through my hard days. I'm constantly in and out of the hospital, and watching your boxes videos always lifts my spirits.
The boxes videos, those are old ones.
I thought she was saying boxing videos. I was like, I don't remember making any of those.
No, our box forts. We went through a stint of our basement was full of boxes for a long time.
We've done a lot of box fort videos.
Amazing box forts. I'm glad that they got you through your hard times. And yes, we are LDS.
Well, I'm going to probably jump over to...
That's not over. We're moving to YouTube first.
A lot of them are kind of the same, what we've already done. Of like a lot of questions of what inspires you to start YouTube.
We didn't really say why we were doing YouTube though.
No, we didn't.
Well, we'll start with that one. What inspires you to do YouTube then?
Watching other people do YouTube. I didn't know it was a thing until all of a sudden I did. And I was like, wow, this is interesting.
I'll never forget, and I don't picture it in my head, but I won't forget Jamie coming up. We were like on a little walk, and she's like, I have an idea. I want to start filming our life, posting it on YouTube. And I began just like Jamie came.
Took me all the way to the end of the walk because I was stressing.
She was nervous about bringing it up,
Super scared.
and I was really upset about it. And then,
So,
but then we did it, and it just started. Like, it was kind of fun though, because like if you went back to our old videos, you would instantly notice like we're using an old cheap camera. We're filming it. It was a lot more raw, a lot less edited. I mean, you were learning to edit as you're making the videos. So
I
it's
just
just
to edit while I was.
she learned to do YouTube by watching YouTube videos of how to do YouTube channels.
Yep.
And then just like kept
I watched YouTube videos on how to set up a YouTube channel
and posted daily.
every day.
And then it was so slow like that. We didn't have good internet. We didn't have good computers. So everything took probably like 5 times as long.
Yes, for sure.
And you were learning it.
It was a long process.
She's a trooper.
Miss Jizang or Jizung says, I need to know.
You've missed every name so far.
They're hard name. I mean, you got viewers from everywhere. So. I need to know Jamie and Steve's favorite child is.
That's a good question and an easy answer. Jamie, you're first.
If it's so easy, you answer.
Who's your favorite child?
People are so obsessed with asking this question. I'll go live on TikTok and I get asked it constantly. I don't know what it is. Them wanting to know what our favorite is, but like
You dislike
you
all of
may
them?
not. Yes, you
That's
may not be a
true.
parent if you're asking. Is what I think. Like maybe the people that are asking,
Yeah.
they're not a parent because I don't think any parent would be like, hey, other parent, what is your favorite kid? Because you don't realize that until you are a mom or a dad and you're like, I don't have a favorite. And it's not that you can't, like, it's like, I'm not allowed to pick a favorite. It's you really don't have a favorite.
It's not a matter of like, oh, I'm just not going to tell you who my favorite is. It really is just every kid is totally different from like the day they're born.
Yes.
And then every kid does everything differently. Some do some things better than others. And it's like a
Like
mix.
any given day, like maybe one day it's like, oh, you're my favorite because you're listening and you're in a good mood. And then the next day they could be not your favorite. It's just, but in general, it's hard to pick a favorite. Jared, you only have 2 to choose from. Who's your favorite kid? He actually has one.
He has one. Look at I saw his face.
That's a tough one. Who's your favorite kid today, though? You said it depends on day.
They have all gone to school.
I've only been yelled at by 2 or 3 of them today, so it's not.
That's not too
I still have a few to choose from.
Yeah, 2 or 3. That means you have 3 that did not yell at you.
So which of the 3 is your favorite?
Haven't seen Steven yet today.
You know what? I have not seen Steven's face today. He got up pretty early. Actually, I just saw him like kind of walk into my bathroom to grab something and walk out. So maybe Steven.
Taylor was easy on me today.
Taylor was a good one today too.
So it's kinda like-
Peyton's been listening and doing
Yeah.
her homeschool.
I mean, it's tough.
Blake snuggled
You have
with me in
perfect
the
children
morning.
today. You have
Yeah.
perfect children today.
You know, we are mentioning all of them.
But it's not a like thing, honestly. Like
It's
it is funny to talk about, but there's just no way you could pick a favorite.
It's really hard.
I can't even pick a talent.
I can't even pick like a favorite ice cream. How am I going to pick a favorite child?
Okay, if you're not going to answer that question, this question you need to answer. So it's from
Me too.
Amanda 8555. Says, out of all the girls, who do you think will be the most responsible when they turn 21?
Ooh.
That's a really good question. Most responsible.
Out of all the girls. So they're not saying Steven.
'Kay.
So because I knew your answer would be Steven. I could already see you start to say.
I don't know. I would say, well, it's hard because Blake's like 6. So I'm going off of 6 years of
Doing what we
knowing her, and even like that's baby years. So maybe Blake. That's the easy one. Jordan. Maybe Taylor.
Yeah. So
You just named like all of them.
No, I didn't. I left 2 out.
Blake, you're saying, because Blake actually like runs around and cleans up stuff.
Blake is very responsible at home.
She's the most like her mom, is what she's saying.
And so I feel like as she matures, she's going to be responsible. Jordan is pretty responsible and kind of
Stays on the ball and things.
stays on the ball. And
Like
Taylor,
like we've never done anything, and she gets like a 4.0 in school.
Yeah, don't even have to ask about
Like
grades.
she's actually really good at taking care of that kind of stuff. But then also like they each have their downfalls. Like Jordan just leaves everything wherever she walks. That's where her sweater is going to be.
Mhm.
And then
So she may
Taylor's
have a messy
room.
house, but
Yeah.
maybe she's paying her bills.
But it doesn't mean that they're not responsible. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then there's some others that I think will like for sure
Struggle a
struggle
little bit.
with that. But
That if they are responsible, I'd be shocked. Next question.
like me, they take after their dad.
Oh, they
They are the
two
most like their
questions.
dad.
They also said, would you guys ever move to a different state or country?
Hmm.
And would you guys get a new house?
Wow. I would not want to move to a different country, I don't think. I can't think of a different country that I would want to move to, and I really like my house and where I live now. But I would like to have like a vacation home. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And maybe in a different state would be cool, but I am not to that point in my life.
I don't think that we would ever move necessarily. So I mean, that's a tough question because like we're kind of like implanted in our where we live now. Like not just our home.
Yeah.
Like we built our home and like with the idea of it being a forever home,
Yes.
and then families around here and that kind of stuff. So it'd be really hard to leave. I would be willing to go somewhere else. I don't think that's the question of whether or not we'd be willing to. It's just more of like at this point in our life, there's no.
And we don't have like a job that's like having us relocate, but we have a job that could let us
Yeah.
live anywhere. And so I think we chose here.
I think it'd be cool to live in a different country. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I know you'd be a little bit more worried about it maybe, but
Yeah.
I would be comfortable with it. I don't think, and then state-wise, kind of same thing.
I would say like not permanently. Like if I were to, it'd be like, okay, we'll try this out, but come back home.
For like vacation.
There's a
homes,
giant
well,
booger on the T of the SOTY.
You sure it's a booger?
It's not. Say that.
I'm
It's
sorry.
really gross.
You talk about me getting
It's
distracted, but I was,
Probably glue.
It's glue.
Is glue from
It's
the
glue.
backlights.
Okay. It's glue. That is glue.
it's on the front.
I'm touching it. It's glue.
What if that's a booger?
It's glue.
Taste it, Jamie. If it's salty, it's a booger.
Lick it.
Tasting.
Will you taste it on camera?
Now I have to find a new
I
T.
can't move out of the spot, but I know
Sorry.
it's glue.
I got distracted.
Like with your finger. Put your finger on it. Taste it. If you're for sure that it's
Not
that is
salty.
Are we ready for the dad joke section yet?
That is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Also,
Here, there's another question though.
Haley Tran wants you to show what Jordan has crocheted
Crochet.
so far.
Ooh, right behind you, there's some things that she's crocheting. She wants me to put it for sale on our shop.
Oh, yeah. We actually have some things in this room, so we can do that. She has crocheted a lot of things. I got a stuffed animal for Christmas. So did Steve.
Did you move the ones off the top of the thing that she had sitting there?
Yeah, I put him inside the basket. Then she's crocheted purses for people,
She's pretty good.
a blanket for her cousin, So these are some of the things that she is crocheting. Cute little scrunchies.
And she wants me to put them up on our shop.
She wants us to put them up for sale on our SOTY shop. Look at that. She's been putting a lot of time and effort. So those are scrunchies that she's crocheted.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to have those up for sale here soon. If you want to go check it out at shotoftheyears.com.
Jordan is excited about it. shotoftheyears.com.
Also on this channel, we can bring Jordan in to talk about her crocheting too.
We can.
Yeah.
Comment if you guys want
We'll
some
put
of
our
our
kids in.
kids to join us.
Here's another question. Madeline Ahmed says, why is Taylor no longer a Just for Girls member?
Ooh, she got booted. That's why.
Because
Kicked out. Not allowed.
We said responsible. We said she's going to be responsible.
Taylor just had outgrown it in her own mind.
She was kind of disinterested in it. So she wanted to
Yes.
do her own thing, and we let her.
She did not want to do it anymore, and I'm not going to force her. So she wanted her own channel, and so we created another channel, a channel for her, and then pretty much Peyton and Jordan have taken over the Just for Girls. They like to film, and they're excited about it, and so every now and then we'll include the two younger ones, but it's really kind of their thing right now, and Taylor has her own thing.
Yeah. And some kids enjoy filming more than others, too. Like sometimes
Yes.
Taylor's not a big fan of it, so she'll not participate in some of it like that. But
Yeah. Exactly.
Or Parker, for instance.
Parker is not interested at all ever, so if you don't see Parker in videos, it's because she doesn't want to be in there.
And we get that question a lot, actually. That might be something good to talk about a little.
A lot of questions of where is Parker, and Parker's here. She just doesn't want to be on the camera.
So if our kids don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. So
Nope.
kind of a simple little way to go.
We
I
have
guess.
plenty that want to, and so we'll run with that, and the ones that don't have to.
all right, we'll kind of end this Q&A session with this last question.
Oh, no.
The last question. He saved it for last for a reason, I feel like.
It's not a bad. It's a good. So it says, what was your favorite moment with your family? Mention any one, and why was it your favorite moment?
Are you talking about YouTube moment or just moment?
Favorite moment.
Favorite moment.
I mean, that's a complicated question. Because there's so many different moments you have. Like, I guess if you're looking at YouTube, like, what was the most fun thing you did? Or if you're, like, looking at personally, it's like, man, you can go anywhere from, like, being married to your kids being born to...
I mean, I would think that they're talking about with, like, our family,
Okay.
like, all of our family being a part of it that's present right now.
Okay.
So, like, all 8 of us is what I think that they're probably going with. I have all my favorite moments are when I'm surprising my kids with something. That's probably, like, mine, and a lot are filmed and a lot aren't, but, like, surprise trips or surprise. I really like surprises, and so being able to see them excited about something always is, like, ingrained in my memory, like, my favorite moments. Also, a really funny moment, and one of my favorites is when, like, Peyton got something stuck in her hair, and then I was trying to cut it out because she had, like, a soccer thingy, like, balls that you kick, whenever it, like, you can hold on to it and you can kick it, and she got it all tangled, the cord in her hair, and so I was trying to cut it out, put scissors down to try to peel it out, and then Parker was little, picked it up and tried to cut off her ponytail that was sticking up, and so I'm screaming, trying to grab that, and then Taylor's in the background and kicked a soccer ball right at her face, and it was within, like, a second of it. All 3 things are happening, and it was hilarious, and we got it on film, and it's so fun to look back at.
That was a funny one, and we see
I actually have it.
Oh, no.
Do you have it?
You have to find a moment, though. Oh, you have a short version?
So we created a short on this channel.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it is on the
It's
SOTY
about-
show.
It's about 52 seconds long.
So it's about a minute. So okay,
Try to pull it up on YouTube here to show it to the whole world.
all 3 things happened simultaneously almost, and it was pure chaos, but hilarious at the same time.
Up here.
We can talk about it. Of me screaming the whole time. Well, my daughter almost cut her ponytail off.
Untangling out of her a huge mess. Now we're gonna put out. Dives down because Parker's about to chop her ponytail off with this. And Jamie's reaction right there, and she's like,
She was ready to just cut it off.
and then this is my favorite part right here.
Yes.
Then like we're doing this, and Taylor kicks a soccer ball into her own face.
And she's wearing what is she wearing on her feet?
It's not her, but it was just out of control. Yeah, she's
So
wearing
Taylor's laughing. She's wearing rain boots.
rain boots and kicking a soccer ball right in her own face. This all legitimately happened.
It was just what happened in our life, and we got it on camera, and probably one of my favorite moments.
You falling down, diving off her from.
I think
I think one of those questions is, did you ever get it out of her hair?
yes, we did get it out of her hair without having to cut it, but another child almost lost a whole ponytail.
It's not even the worst thing I've had to get out of a kid's hair. So
It's very true. We've
What
had
happened
very
just recently.
Parker got bunchums stuck in her.
luncheons. After I said, don't sleep with those because if they get in your hair, because I had to pull them out of Taylor's hair once, I think it was. If they get in your hair, it's bad. Or maybe it was Peyton or
It
Jordan.
was Peyton.
I was like, don't do it. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just going to set him here on my ladder, Dad.
She slept with him.
She put him in. I came in, and it was a giant ball. She lost.
She lost a lot of hair that day.
Sorry, Parker.